Hey and welcome back to another video where I say hey and welcome back to another episode of Exhibit Film, the series where we look at pictures and stuff and see why we like them. This week we're looking at a picture called Mad Max Farmy Road. That's right, Farmy Road. Okay, actually it's a 3D render called The Grass Field made by Gleb Alexandrov. His stuff is linked below. Color. This has a pretty clear complementary color scheme, the faded blue of the sky contrasting against the faded tans and yellows of the ground and the wood on the house and the bridge. Composition. This image adheres pretty strictly to the rule of thirds, the house and the bridge, the two focal points of the image being placed almost directly on the rule of thirds intersections. We also have quite a few leading lines here, including the horizon line, which leads to the house, as well as two implied lines being formed by the trees to the left of the house and the fence posts to the right of the house. We could also argue that this cloud points to the house. If we look at the bridge, it's kind of a nifty little goobly goop of lines. The contrast of straight and curved lines on the bridge kind of makes our brains go like, BAM! Whoa! There's also a lot of very gritty texture here. The grass as well as the wood has a very rough texture, whereas the sky has this kind of soft and even organic texture. One thing I like to talk about in this series is movement. This one doesn't really have a sense of movement, which kind of adds to that general still vibe that it gives off. So, just as we can have movement to aid the image, we can also use a lack of movement. I'm not even going to mention the technical skill involved in this because it's something I don't know that much about, but I'm sure it's really good. Anyway, that is all for today's episode of Exhibit Film. Next week, Exhibit C.